We're going to head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason, back to present-day Browns.
Watching Deshaun Watson's old Texans tape, I kind of see, even though everybody kind of got on him about the whole Hopkins trade, Bill O'Brien, he was trying to spread the wealth with Watson and try to find young and talented players so that way Watson wouldn't just be throwing to one or two people. And you see how the offense went when he had multiple weapons at his disposal. And Watson was dangerous in 2020, regardless of the record. But I think that's what Andrew Berry is trying to do, and that's what Kevin Stefanski wants to do. They've seen what makes him a great quarterback and that giving him multiple weapons, and they've done an amazing job with doing that.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Spencer, what I would say is Deshaun Watson hasn't ever played with a running back as good as Nick Chubb. He hasn't ever played behind a line as good as the one he's going to play behind for a full season. Now, those 6 games are those 6 games. The key is going to be get an offense that he can thrive in and give him some freedom to do the things he does well.
Yeah, and that's what we've been hearing about all offseason, right? Obviously, the moves that Andrew Berry's made have been the big topic of conversation because, by all accounts, he addressed all the major needs and problems that we thought this team had last season. So that certainly bodes well for how we think the season could play out and the fact that they've improved, but both on both sides of the ball. But the other big thing we've heard about is Kevin Stefanski is going to sort of rework this offense. You know, there's talk that maybe in those last 6 games, it was more about just letting Deshaun kind of come out and see what he could do. And you had already sort of built the offense around Jacoby Brissett's skill set. So you weren't just going to change it at that point in the season to, you know, show off a lot of what you want to do with Deshaun Watson. So I think in some ways, Kevin Stefanski kind of has a clean slate coming into this year. I know his job's in the line, but it's like, hey, take this ball of clay and mold it into what you think is going to work for this player and his skill set. We've heard Deshaun talk about how he thinks Kevin Stefanski is a great play caller. So I'm interested to see with some of these new additions, Elijah Moore, and obviously Nick Chubb without Kareem Hunt now in the mix, and some of the other pieces that they've now added in that you hope Cedric Tillman as a rookie, maybe David Bell takes that next step. Just seeing how these guys kind of fit into the process and what this offense that Kevin Stefanski has playing looks like. But, yeah, I think the season, we all kind of know this going in, starts and ends with how Kevin Stefanski draws up the offense around him and how Deshaun Watson performs. They're going to go as that group goes, 100%.
Yeah, and the other thing is Kevin Stefanski has not had a quarterback as talented as Deshaun Watson. So it's up to him to make an offense that highlights him.